Hello, I'm Sir James. Allow me to take you through the use of data validation rules in Excel. Data validation is a feature in Excel which is used to control what users can enter into a cell. It allows you to dictate specific rules and also allows users to display custom message if they try to enter invalid data. So in my case here, I have got a list of employees, and in this list I have got set validation rules which I'm going to show you. For you to access the data validation rules, you usually click the data here, the data tab here, and in the data tools you click the data validation. In my case here, I have selected an option here. Remember that data validation comes with 8 options, which are any value, whole numbers, decimals up to the custom. In my case here, I selected the text length in my name column here. So the rules in these cells have got the name length, and it indicates that the name should not have a minimum, or the name should have a minimum of 5 characters to a maximum of 10 characters. So if I try to put a name which is longer than 10 characters here or less than 5 characters, I'm going to receive what we call an error alert. An error alert is a message that should tell me that I put that I'm trying to key in data which is not allowed there. The other thing we have in data validation, from settings up to the last option here, is the input message. The input message acts as a reminder of what you are going to put into that particular cell. For instance, in my case here, let me show you the input messages. These are the input message which are coming into this particular box here whenever I click into any cell that I have. For instance, in this cells here, I have restricted my cells to only receive the dates of the month of November, but you are going to realize that the first cell contains a month of October. We are going to look at a way of identifying any errors which you have in your sheet at the end of it, or just in case maybe you wanted to submit this data here to your manager. Before you do that, you can counter check if you have any errors that we are going to check. The other thing you can do is to create a drop down list. This is a powerful feature in Excel, and it allows you to create a drop down list from where you can select what you want to put in your Excel. So for instance, in this case, let us create a drop down list from where we are going to select the position of each and every employee. I've got data here which is hidden. I'm going to unhide, and I'm going to create a drop down list where we should select the position for each particular person here. So I will come to data validation here, and what I'm going to do in the settings, I'm going to select what we call the list. From the list, I'm going to tell Excel to sources from this particular information here. So I'll click the source here, I'll highlight these names there, and you're going to realize that Excel put the number of the cells which contain the names that I'm going to use. Then I will click OK. So what happens is that whenever I come to this particular name here and click this small arrow here, it gives me the options of the names that I can put into or against each employee or the staff I have. So this is a very powerful feature. Maybe in case you have got 100 of names down here, and you don't want to keep on typing, or you don't want to keep on checking if you entered the wrong or the right name. So in case you delete this list accidentally, it is going to affect whatever is done here. So the best option to do is for you to hide it, or maybe to put it far away from the list, or maybe to create another list here and put the name there. So in our case here, we are going to hide them and make sure that no one deletes them. So let's say that you have finished creating your data and you want to check if there is any mistakes that you have. So what you're going to do is you're going to click here and you circle invalid data. Excel gives you the cells which have got invalid data. For instance here, remember the rules which we have set for this particular column is that they should all have a month of November, but here we indicated that we have the month of October. So what we are going to do is to change the month, and then you press enter, and you're going to realize that the error or the red circle was removed. So for you to remove these circles here, you just come back here and you clear the validation circles. So basically that's how we use the validation rules in the Excel. I'm going to provide this particular practice file in the download link, which is going to be of use to you, and you can practice to use the validation tools in as many ways as possible using the options given in the allow section. Remember, practicing more gives you more knowledge, so you are not limited to what you can use or what you can do with data validation tools. So see you in the next lesson as we continue learning more about Excel. Thank you.